Previously on Survivor No Control. The first challenge happens, and it's not too special. It's kind of mellow. The Light Tribe wins immunity. Two targets are immediately thrown out at the beginning of the game. Kai and Tiny Evil Goblin. Once Tribal comes around, it was a tie vote. But, during the revote, the group could come to a decision to vote off Tiny Evil Goblin, making him the first person to be eliminated from the season. Fallen Tribe had gotten back to camp. Kai had started to realize that he has a target on his back. He'd immediately try to patch some stuff up. After all, after getting into the tie vote against Tiny Evil Goblin, he was lucky to still be in the game. So, now he had to take matters into his own hands to try and keep himself in the game. Ghost was a bit skeptical that he even received a vote in the first place. But all the other people seemed to be, on a little jump shift board. They were ready to jump shift on anyone. Jump ship, whatever it is. They're ready to vote anyone off. Kai being the primary target. And Kai was really hoping that his team could win the challenge, just so he can keep his target off his back. For now, at least. Now, going to this next challenge. This challenge is basically a long jump. The long jump will basically be a certain amount of points. The further you get for each person, the more points you get. It's just that simple. If you were to come in last place in this challenge, you'd only get 1 point. Second place 2, and repeat the process. And we are going to see who our first jumper is. Well, it really took a long time while doing this one. Alright. Up first we have Ghost, if I'm correct. With a pretty bad jump. But he does get a tad little boost, so not the worst. Up next we have Koopa. Koopa hits against the spinner a few times and lands in the same one as Ghost. Kai with a good jump. Kai's marble really not wanting him to go triple console again. Here goes Green with a really bad jump. Wow, only made it to the third section. Going back in, we have Claire, who is barely still going in, gets a really good launch. Next, we have Zero. Everybody has 3 attempts, just to see if this, if they can actually do it or not. Right, and if you couldn't tell, Aubrey's marble was forced to sit out for the challenge. Not even having to use a spinner and gets ahead of Ghost and Koopa. And obviously Green. Royal's going in for their first try. Keeps on getting hit back and is going to miss the first try. Going in for attempt 2. Doesn't look like it's going to be good. And that is the second attempt done. Royal's got one last chance to stay in this. And gets a massive launch almost all the way to the end. Wow, impressive. Up next we have BFTC. With a jump, it's not that good. It's pretty bad. Behind Ghost and Koopa, it's not that good. Here comes Maple. It's a pretty good jump, but it's getting flung all the way back with Zero. Here comes Sonic. Sonic has a pretty good launch. Not gonna do much though. Here comes Benny. Alright, and is going to bounce back all the way to the second section. Now has the worst score. Well, and will get the least amount of points for this challenge. Sage is trying to get some points. It's going to be in the middle. Here comes Brendon. Brendon with a pretty successful launch. Sage is going to have to go again, because if it's in the middle, we couldn't really, yeah, but I didn't really know what to think. So. Second attempt. Now we're going on to the third attempt. Alright. Gets flung all the way back, but is able to stay in front of Benny and Green, and the last jumper graces up. he's gonna miss the first one. Attempt 2. It's a pretty great launch and a great balance, putting Grace in the second place for this challenge. It's impressive. Benny, Green, Sage, BFTC, Ghost, Koopa, Zero, Maple, Sonic, Brendon, Kai, Claire, Grace, and then finally Royal out in the very front. Now with the results tallied, with 41 points, the Light Tribe will lose to the Fallen Tribe that got a total of 62 points. Once the Light Tribe returned to camp, they really had to think out of the middle of nowhere on who to vote off. It seems like Green would be the easy option, considering they're an NPC player, with literally no control over their vote. In other words, completely randomized. It's strange, but there was actually a few other targets that were thrown out. But there was one person that was gunning for Benny, which was Claire. Claire really wanted to get Benny out. Why? I don't know. Even after, I don't particularly know why. But it seems like there were a few targets that were thrown out right from the get-go of this, before Tribal. Benny, Green, and BFTC. BFTC seemed a weird pick. Seemed like a weird pick, considering BFTC was someone who could actually, like, have potential in the game. Maybe that's why he was going to get voted off? Well, we'll find out. Benny seemed to be in a pretty okay position, though. They were just kind of there, I guess. Doesn't seem like too much danger yet. Before I actually get into reading the votes, I actually want to ask you guys a few questions, since you guys actually... Aubrey. So, throughout, even though it's the beginning of the game, do you already think that there are lines being drawn, and do you think that there's already alliances forming?
Yes.
At the beginning of the game?
Maybe because I'm maybe in one of the...
May or may not.
If you don't believe me,
Alright, BFTC.
Yeah.
On Aubrey's statement, do you feel like that you were on the right side of the votes, or you were on the wrong side of the votes, just by Aubrey saying that there may have been an alliance?
I don't know how good of friends Aubrey is with the person I voted for, so I don't know.
the evidence against me far from valid.
Would want to play it, then that would be the time to do so, but I know damn well nobody's found it yet, so yeah. So
I found it.
No. Once the votes are read, the decision is...
I can never stab your neck or stab your back or pull up.
Shut up, shut up or you muted, or I'll kill you. I'll shoot you on spot. I'll shoot you on spot.
Bro.
Host goes rogue. Alright. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person vote, I will be asked to the tribal council area immediately. I read the votes.
What are you saying?
First vote. Claire. Naomi. Benny. BFTC. Naomi. Claire. That's 2 votes Claire, 2 votes Naomi, 1 vote BFTC, 1 vote Benny. 2 votes left. BFTC. Second person voted out as survivor no control. BFTC.
Dang, bro.
If you don't believe me,
BFTC. The tribe has spoken.
Dang.
Oh, that's sad. I'm sad.
Ooh, I get access to a limited chat. Suck it.
So, judging by that vote, I'm just gonna assume that some lines were drawn right down the middle to begin this game out.